streaming live on various social.
Hello, my wonderful people of Biafran. IPOB one family. IPOB one family. One family. IPOB. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your time location. Here we are today again. Before we go on, we have to play our national anthem before we proceed. So.
Biafra.
Yeah. I hear Biafra. Yeah, Mazi, let's proceed with our leader's prayer.
Where you are, we are going to get back to you, but first of all, we must pray. And I'm going to pray a very simple prayer that I pray always, the Lord's Prayer, which reminds us about the supremacy of the Almighty Creator. A very simple prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on this earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, forgive us our sins as we forgive those who sin against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, now and forevermore, we pray. We say, now and
hello, wonderful people of Biafra. My name is Mazi Ikechukwu. Mazi, please, can you introduce yourself to Biafra?
Thank you, Mazi. My name is Mazi George Umeh. We are here in UK. Thank you very much, Mazi.
Yeah, Mazi. You know, we have dedicated. You know, a lot of people say, what is Mazi Ikechukwu and Mazi Umeh doing all the time, castigating the leadership? And we told them there is fire on the mountain. We told them we are fighting the cabal. But before I proceed, Mazi, let's give thanks to our women in Aba today, for their marvelous work they did today. Our mothers.
We are currently at Samet Junction in Force Road. Our women are formidable. Our mothers are formidable. Nigeria government must obey court order and release Mazi Ikechukwu. Our mothers are formidable. Our mothers are formidable. Do you want to know how formidable our mothers are? This woman is marching tirelessly, demanding for the release of Mazi Ikechukwu. Do you want to know how formidable our mothers are? You can imagine. You can imagine. You can imagine an aged woman like this marching tirelessly on the streets of Force Road, demanding for the release of Mazi Ikechukwu. This is not an ordinary thing. State women on this day protesting for the release of their son and husband, uncle and brother Mazi Ikechukwu. They must obey the appeal court judgment. Free Mazi Ikechukwu.
Yeah, Mazi. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. No, I dug my cap for our mothers, for our women, for our sisters. No, I appreciate them and I thank them for their resilience, for their steadfast, for the spirit of the Biafran in them. No? I say, may Chukwu Abiyama continue to bless them and protect them. And we want to see the same thing applicable to Anambra, Enugu. Yeah. Thank you, our women. Thank you, our mothers. Mazi, do you have anything to say about this?
Mazi, first of all, I have to give thanks to Chukwu Abiyama for making it again wonderful in Biafra land that the flag of Biafra has been raising again, and our mother has come out again and showed their doggedness, and the spirit of Biafra is alive once again. And this is what we have been known for. This is IPOB that we all know. you know, before a lot of servitude start to creep in since our leader was renditioned. But we must give honor and thanks to whom is due to. They've done marvelously, and Ikechukwu Ezumezu continue to guide and protect each one of them for this wonderful, support they have given to our leader and IPOB and Biafra at large. Mazi, thank you.
Yeah, he said. Mazi, like I said before, I said we have vindicated. You know, every weekend, every Saturday, we are here to preach the gospel to our people. We told them that there's no room for cabal in IPOB family, just like the way our leaders said. And a lot of people, after the program, call me, say, Mazi Ikechukwu, why are you doing this? And I explained to them, and they said, but today we have vindicated. Everybody have seen what we are saying. So, Mazi, I don't know where you want to start because we have a lot of things to talk about. From Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor interview down to the message our leader brought out. Mazi, the court is open.
Oh, my brother, is a thing of joy. One thing I want to assure Biafrans across board is this: Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a human being; is a spirit. Whether you want to believe it, so many of us join IPOB. That's one thing I want to state tonight. Before we used to have 3 categories of IPOB, now we'll have 4. We'll have 4 categories of IPOBs. There is those that had the voice, that had the calling, that joined. There was those that joined because they had our leader, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is an orator. He speaks and everybody love him. And there are these people that join IPOB because they want something, especially abroad. And this new invention of IPOB are those that raise their ugly head, those people that have brought the attitude of mindset of buying and selling and criminality within IPOB. And that is why we are here. I don't want to dive into a lot of things because people might say, oh, why is George Umeh saying this? I have got no permanent friend on this struggle. I have got no permanent enemy on this struggle. The good thing I will tell you tomorrow and today is this: nobody preach Biafra to me. I will reiterate any time I talk about Biafra. And I remember the particular individual that asked me to listen to Radio Biafra. It was my former prophet brother, elder brother that lives in Holland. Asked me to listen to the Radio Biafra. One evening like this, I tuned into the Radio Biafra. God in heaven be my witness. I was lying down in my bed with my iPad. My brother, gross bomb was all over me. I couldn't fathom what was going all over me. And that was it. That was it. Nothing till today. I have not wavered. And the person that introduced me to Radio Biafra had an argument about then. Onyendu have to tell them his metaphor. What has he had? Just like when Onyendu told them where our transmitter is. That's why David the Madibu today, came back from Russia. The guy has been incarcerated and today he can't travel. He's there in the zoo in Biafra land. Why I'm giving this little, monologue is because so many of us don't understand. There are so many people that join IPOB, they don't even understand the reason why they join. That some people that they preach IPOB to them, they sat on the corner waiting, because when you say a time will come, IPOB will become a privilege, become a phenomenon, and that's the stage we are now. And one thing I want to clarify again is that this particular moment we are in is required. I had a call from somebody that is close. This person, I had a big argument with him in 2015. Then he wasn't a member of IPOB. We could only go physical. After he became a hardcore, I don't think he has to take it, but he believed in what we are doing. He called me yesterday asking me how things are going within IPOB. I said, there's little I can say to you because you're not under oath. But what is happening there is required. So people should not worry about what is going on. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I said it tonight. If Onyendu want to cash out tonight, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu want to tell all of us to go to hell tonight, he will do it. But he wouldn't do it because Onyendu said, if he wasn't Ikechukwu Ezumezu, I will not speak to any one of us. Just like address us in the United Kingdom here, that we are behaving like rats in the cage. Why I'm saying all this tonight, Mazi, is that you see our women protested. When we came out, we didn't just come out. We talked to these people. These people are they call themselves leaders. We are, like I said, I am a principal officer. I'll be privileged to serve IPOB for the volunteer. I'm not saying nothing attached. I have served with my strength, my time, with my money, and still serving. And things I have done, I wouldn't open my mouth and tell you. Because those that do things don't talk about it. Nobody give glory to themselves. Any man that said that I am most trusted, or anybody that prays himself, even in Igbo adage, you will allow yourself to people to recognize you. You don't sell yourself. Have you ever had Mazi kind of praising himself before? We have to live by example. Onyendu is a selfless man that has got everything a man required in this world. It become a sacrificial lamb to the people of Biafra. So that's why we said in here, there's no prejudice. We didn't come out because we didn't have a mouthpiece. We have one central command. Everything in IPOB is central command. Just like a Jofo said, we play it here. This has been our argument. Implement Onyendu's order. Mazi Ikechukwu is the spiritual leader of the Legion of Biafra. And every time I come on air, I will talk about Uchemofo. You know why? Because nobody has superseded Uchemofo. As we stand today, nobody has superseded Uchemofo in hierarchy. Unless today, as Madam Nenyanya is standing you know, and Madam Nenyanya today has become the center of attraction. But Uchemofo was one man that I will always respect, regardless what he has done. Because without Uchemofo, IPOB couldn't have been existed. Now, everything we do in a people domain, if we send message now, we'll have to go miles to know when the message coming and when the message has to be delivered and which message now they have to accept. That's the level of IPOB we have today to compare to 2015. And some people will be jumping up and down. And I say, is this people actually thinking? Fulani people have managed dead Buhari for 7 years. Everybody know that the man is dead. But they have managed it for 7 years.
Yeah. No, Maz, please let me come in here. No, let me come in here. I think let's take this step by step now. I have an idea now. Mazi, we will have to play the video clip from by the Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Remember, Mazi, we always said here that our argument that we must obey our leader's order. Any message that our leader pass must be implemented. This is what we are saying here, and people are calling us names. Please, I want you to play that clip where Mr. Ejiofor said that you must do whatever Onyendu told you to do. Please, let's start from there. This is very important.
Obi ma ndị na-anọ na legal team ndị asị na ọha maka enyere ma ụmụnne ya nwa bụ onye ndu ka mkpa okwu afa mụ adịghị atụ egwu na nke m na-ekwu okwu eziokwu ma ụmụnne ya ga-adịkwa awere nke a eme nke a
regardless of the persons maybe to square onye ndị otu ezi ozi si na ihe okwu si na nwere otu uche command one command.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
So ihe na-ekwu in effect bụ ka onye ọbụla dị well guided ebe a na-eje mana onye ọbụla na-ederail if you are derailing from the message na dị n'ezi onye ndụ n'ezi mara na ya his number one enemy and mara from today ya number one enemy of ndị Biafra osisi ha asị mere etu si okwu ya onye ọsọkwa regardless of the persons mere etu si okwu ya onye ndị otu ezi ozi si na ihe okwu si na nwere otu uche command one command ka o nwere instruction ka o nwere nwere otu ọ sị m gwa onye ọbụla nwere otu ọ na-azụrụ ịbụ
Biafra Alpha Power Media.
Mazi, okay, no here Ejiofor. No, because this interview was done in Igbo, I don't want to dive into the reason why it was done in Igbo, but let me just say, for some of us who does not list, because Biafra, I will make it categorically clear. When you have great interview on BBC Igbo, which is BBC Igbo platforms, Radio Biafra, that's why we have clans coming to do their own program. You know, from day one, we have said if you can broadcast on Radio Biafra with your dialect, you can come in. That's why some of them do Pidgin English, or some do their native dialect. So, but for me, this interview could have been ideal on English. Every Sunday we understand what AJ4 is saying, because this is bordering on IPOB family at large. But now, I'm gonna translate what he just said. The guy was asking him a question about onion disorder. He said that regardless, just like on Sunday, on Saturday we had a program. One of the guys they suspended, or they said they expelled in South Africa. The guy said, "You couldn't me judge here. If anybody, I don't care who that person are, that is a bird or do. For me, you're a dead person, a dead man walking. I don't know you." Now, he said it doesn't matter your position in IPOB, that you have one central command. Now, Onyendu, for a Jofa to open his mouth and say this, tell you all you need to know, because they have been playing this game for a very long time. Now, the argument was, why is it that Onyendu, because some people jumped on social media, somebody like me, George, I'm unknown, I'm a principal officer, there's things I know, I won't say it, I've challenged them. I said, let them come out and refute one word I say, then I will let the hair loose on them. What these people have done in the past. Now, what I'm saying here is that if what the AJ4 is saying today is what is now code of conduct, we still play our code of conduct up here. Nobody in IPOB have any power, regardless who you are in IPOB. Every power in IPOB is only Mazi can ascribe it to you. Now, Chikedoziem in question today, standing in the gap for Onyendu. I said this from day one when they started this, when they started the push that I said Chikedoziem is standing on the gap of our leader. He's not even second in command. Chikedoziem is just ordinary clerk. Uchemofo cannot claim that he's a leader when he was there. Talk less of Chikedoziem. I made this comment from when this agenda was started to push. They push it in a different category. Even when they had the press release about Chikedoziem have taken over IPOB, all these things were trying to water the ground. Because China Sanwo-Olu proposed to Canon Takan to take over from our leader. His brother, today that is talking, Canon Takan sold his brother. But he was the one that told Canon Takan to take over China Sanwo-Olu, this evil man and China Sanwo-Olu. What I'm saying is, particularly what the Jofa have just said here now. What is the argument? Like in UK here, yeah? The orders Onyendu have given here, Chikedoziem ignored. It's not one, it's not two, it's not three, it's not four. That I can verify. I can verify on the ones I know with a proof. Now, we can go back and play their voices. That's why I'm asking you. I won't say Biafrans, but especially Igbo man, is there something fundamentally wrong with our people's brain? To be honest with you, that is why when you say every night you go to bed, you pray and ask God, what part of black man head, brain that made them become domiciled where they are? Within a twinkle of eye, our people, IPOB, or for all my IPOB members, now are acting like an imbeciles everywhere, like zombies. Even the Alamajiri, these people are far beyond our people. In thinking, Mazi, don't get me wrong. Onyendu never feel sorry for himself. I don't degree myself not here. I'm not exempting myself. So AJ4 have just said it. Chikedoziem confirmed it. Chikedoziem confirmed it with their mouths. And AJ4 have come and tell them that anybody that did not follow what Onyendu said, anything Onyendu said, many of those who could do it as he said. Can you understand what is the argument? We came out, we told them, implement Onyendu order to letter. Uchemofo, I will always mention that man's name. This reason why we have Radio Biafra is that any message that come to Uchemofo, it doesn't matter the time that message come to Uchemofo. Uchemofo will have an emergency broadcast. In the morning, he will replay it. That is how we know Radio Biafra. And that's what Radio Biafra is for. That is our mouthpiece. And that is our central command in everything we do. We never, I can't sit here and be talking about the issue of IPOB. Nobody does that.
Yeah,
it's not
Mazi, let me come in here a bit, I believe before Ejiofor came out and said this, he himself have understood and have known that there is a lot of message that is passing across that is not implemented. Before he came out and said this in public, he have understood, and he himself is the same with them. But I always tell people that Biafra is a spirit. Biafra wabala. Actually, so if we go back and watch this interview, you'll be surprised. Did I say this? No, because Ejiofor has understood that a lot of message that our leader is passing across and it's not implemented. And we are saying this here every weekend, and people call us name. Mazi, let's play Chikedozemu's voice for not implementing, for not canceling the sit at home, and also turn us a whole voice, and by the stage your voice again. No, so Biafra will follow us up. It's important.
Sit at home. China Samoro can start with China Samoro's voice.
Yeah.
This sit at home, we got a message from the leader that we should call off this sit at home. I don't want to go deep on people. There were people who played a very dangerous role against that sit at home for their own selfish interest. Because I expect you to come here to ask, when we put sit at home, you saw that Ohanezendi, you saw the people opposing the sit at home. You saw them. And you saw people who were giving them bumbo. It is that destruction they want in IPOB. It is to destroy and discredit the IPOB leadership. After due consultation with our leader, we went ahead, conducted the first sit at home that was carried around the world. Our leader continued to send message that the sit at home, we should call it off. The message continued to come. Everybody was reluctant to call it off. Why I'm explaining this thing is that at the end of the day, I want you who have supported them, because they sit at home Monday, our people have been voluntarily. When we announced the sit at home, we got messages. Even we are not normal. We know that spoken word cannot be retrieved back. But the enemies of this struggle, they continue to attack the sit at home. They continue to bring excuses that NATO is coming. This one is coming. The university is 6 months on strike till now. They use it to blackmail the IPOB leadership, if you are not aware. Everywhere there was that the Chikedozie and Chinasaworu, they don't listen to what Mazi Ikechukwu is saying. That they disobeyed Mazi Ikechukwu, and you are one of those people. I am making you a direct accusation. Some of you, like you, were part of the people carrying all this kind of rumor that Mazi Ikechukwu told them to allow somebody to come on radio. They refused. Mazi Ikechukwu told them to cancel the sit at home. They refused. I know this struggle. That word that I spoke, because it was in conformity in what the leadership agreed, and it was the best for the struggle. But you were there when people were blackmailing Chinasa Woru and Chike Doziemo. It was to avoid saying that we disobey Mazi Ikechukwu because we must always listen to him, whether in the DSS.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
By the DOS, it's not by any other person, not an external factor, nobody. It is when we recovered from the shock of seeing the picture of Onyendu on the 27th of June this year, 27th of the year, when we recovered the shock, we convened an emergency DOS meeting the same day that this picture came out, and we began
Mazi, I'll put this one, Mazi.
brainstorm on what needs to be done. At the end of the day, we decided that Onyendu said we should suspend the sit at home, and I asked our people, those that I had discussion. I said, "But what is the reason? Did Onyendu give any reason?"
There's two ones here.
He said we should suspend the sit at home, and I asked our people, those that I had discussion. I said, "But what is the reason? Did Onyendu give any reason why we should suspend it?" And they said he didn't give a reason. And I asked them, "But you tell me, what reason would I give Biafrans why I am suspending this sit at home when our demands has not been met?" That was my question. I asked those both in DOS and those who were not in DOS that I had the opportunity to speak with. They were there the news. I asked them, what will be the reason I have to give? And so, with that, sorry, I think I'm trying to mix a little thing here, but the lawyers have not come back to us now. Now, this is before the night, the first day of it. So when I was asking them, what is the reason they want us to suspend this thing? And they told me that we should use NECO as an excuse. I mean, we should use NECO because of the exam that the people are trying to hold. And I said, but NECO doesn't really, it's not the strong excuse to give the Biafrans why we should stop the sit at home. And I will be very, very frank. And I will take the responsibility. I haven't said it on air before because it's not, I don't come on air and I said, because there is no reason from our leader that we should stop this sit at home, that we are going to go ahead with the sit at home. And then we went ahead with the first sit at home. After we did the first sit at home, and it was a huge success, unbelievably successful. Then, after that same Monday after the sit at home, the lawyers had a visit again to Onyendu, and they now came back and said that Onyendu said we must suspend that sit at home. So that message came now the second time, and I said, okay, if Onyendu insists, after the evidence we have provided that this thing was successful and that our people were willing to do it, if he insists, I will suspend it. And I suspended it. That instruction came from Onyendu. And anybody who tells you otherwise is lying. And that's how I'll answer that question for you. All right.
Hello,
Mazi, let's listen to Jofo once again before we dive into this issue, yeah?
Yeah.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
So ihe na-ekwu in effect bụ ka onye ọbụla dị well guided ebe a na-eje mana onye ọbụla na-edirail if you are derailing from the message na dị n'ezi Malama ya his number one enemy. And Malama from today ya number one enemy of the Biafra. Osisi has married to assimilate to Sophia. We also regardless of the persons. Married to Sophia. We all didn't do tears yosi see me hope see me. We were two to command, one command the Congress, one structure Congress. We were two, also more Bonobana, we were two, that's the one.
Biafra Alpha Power Media.
So Mazi, I want Biafrans to open their ear, open their hearts. What we are doing here, what we are saying here is truth and nothing but the truth. There's one comment I brought out before now, you know. The guy said, Ezuoku Bundo. Ezuoku Bundo. Our leader said we must continue speaking the truth. If that truth will lead us to our death, speak the truth always. Consistency is the key. Today we have dedicated. The whole world have understood what we are saying. Today, Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor have used his own mouth and say it. You must obey our leader's order. I agree with you. He could have done that interview in English, not in Igbo. So Mazi, please go on before we go in the other one, in the other video.
Thank you, Mazi Ikechukwu. You know, it is very important that our people use their subconscious mind to think instead of thinking with forehead, because forehead creates fears in you, or you become paranoid without thinking. Everything we have said, you know, truth is the only thing that can stand the test of time. We are not here to admonish anybody. We are standing on the IPOB code of conduct, which gave us the right to me and you to question when things are not going the way it's supposed to go. Now, the issue here, and everybody have heard with their own ears, it is not, we're not, that's why our program is very, 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 very different from any other thing you can see. We stand on that side because what make IPOB, do you know why we always win? When you say we always win, is because we don't lie. We don't peddle lies or propaganda. None of these things survived in IPOB because we came to restore light. Biafra is light. And there's nobody that say that is a Biafra or IPOB that are indulging into lying or servitude and trying to, you know, to blackmail each other. That is why we are under oath. This is like a black and white. There's nothing to add. Outside people say Gadoki. We are giving you whatever they say. We are borrowing their words. Ejiofor have played this game for so long. It is quite pathetic. Ejiofor allowed himself, you know, he's a professional lawyer. I will tell you many times he have actually violated his code of conduct as a lawyer. When if he dealing with a client, even in this, if he deal with a lawyer, even your lawyer, your legal person that are protecting you will tell you they have a code of conduct and guidelines where they couldn't cross. But he violated it so many times. And we understand that he have that, maybe he have a bit of he's an Igbo man. So every Igbo man is a Biafran. I can see it from distance. But you shouldn't allow your emotion to override your intelligence. Because the issue we're having today, he just made open confession there. The issue of sit at home, the issue of broadcasting on Radio Biafra, he contributed in all this, and all this message was passed through him. He could have come out and stand strong and said this, he wouldn't do this. Even though he's passing message to whoever they're supposed to pass that message to. When people are not doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, Mazi, sorry, Umeh account too. He's involved too.
Exactly. I said I just mentioned only two. He's involved in so many stuff. He's deeply involved. And now there's no way out for him. And he just done an open confession here that anybody that is not implementing Onyendu order is the number one enemy of Mazi Ikechukwu and number one enemy of Biafra, because these people are the people holding us ransom. It's simple because they know that Onyendu is incarcerated. They know that Mazi Ikechukwu, all of them in their miserable mind think Onyendu will not survive it. This is the same script they played on 2015. That's no different. The only difference from 2015 is that which one was there. And those in 2015 are better than these ones we are seeing here now. In every ramification. There's a platform for IPOB to even give pressure. We don't give him pressure. It's the guy that's a riffraffs. Now I have people call themselves their media team. Who made you media team in IPOB? Media team or cabal? Is that cabal or media team? This is exactly what we're talking about. So Mazi, we're not going to dwell too much on this issue because we'll have time to talk about it. But what we are saying to Biafrans is this: Mazi Ikechukwu, people said whatever the US said stands. And I asked Mazi, as a very simple question, that somebody that wrote me something on Facebook is a brother. And I asked him a question, somebody jumped on it. I asked, who is DOS? Our code of conduct is here. I'm going to pull where it gives you the right as a member of IPOB to question when you see any criminality going on in IPOB. It is your fundamental right. There is alarm. And because today, like China Sanwo wrote, it's because of Mazi Ikechukwu is in detention. Now China Sanwo na to go on. Now China Sanwo na is on to go zone. When the message came from Ejimako, all of them now start sobbing. But they have been having a few days, because if Ejiofor could have taken this stand, not being emotional, carried away, anytime he went to see Onyendu, he copy and paste message and give Biafran, and they're clapping for him. You go there, you see like 2K, 3K. That is not why we are here. As a lawyer, he send message in concisive. You don't put press release, you have to go to see how, because what you're doing is you're copying. This is a message I've already written and kept. Anytime you went to see Mazi Ikechukwu, copy it and paste it. There's so many messages. Ejimako have sent messages that is very simple to Biafrans. I will put his tweet here for people to understand, because we don't take sizes. I don't have permanent friend, permanent enemy. These people are employed by IPOB to work for us. And as they're working for us, we supervise what they do. As they are working for us, we supervise what they do.
Yeah, Mazi, I think I will ask you, please, don't go into this one first. You know, we haven't finished with Ejiofor. No, please.
Okay, now we haven't finished. So what I want to do here, the reason why I just make a reference, I want to show Biafrans in our code of conduct where it drives you the right for you to question anytime you see something going on within IPOB. And that is your fundamental right? As an IPOB member. You know, so what we are identifying here is that Ejiofor have confirmed our argument that Mazi Ikechukwu does not implement Onyendu's order. And all the problem we have had and we're still having today, based of them refusing not to carry Onyendu's direct instruction. Ikechukwu confirmed with his mouth that because Onyendu did not give him reason, then they successfully done the force it at home. Then the lawyers went back again and come back before now and suspended it at home. So every other thing Ikechukwu is saying is quite irrelevant. Ikechukwu will confirm with his own mouth that message was coming. This message came 18 hours before the first, because Ikechukwu confirming here that even before they did the force it at home, that the lawyers has given that message. The message was given to them 18 hours before the first sit at home. After Ikechukwu announced that sit at home on the Biafra, 18 hours they got that message. They ignored it. He confirmed it here. I'm giving you the hours when it happened. He said, I'm giving you the hours. Almost 24 hours. They went ahead and do it now. He have satisfied himself. He have disobeyed our leader. Yeah? That is a gross insubordination. Now, he thinks now, okay, I can do it now because I have proven that I will do it. But then, the damage has been done. And that is why Biafra land is in today in disarray. Because of that one single act. And the Onyendu told them the reason why. This one, they tell the Onyendu giving the reason. Onyendu don't have to give it. Onyendu saw what was going to happen, that people are going to hijack this just like they did on the on NSAS. Onyendu got the message and tell them, suspend this shit at home. Don't do it. They went ahead and do it, and that is where we are today. So Mazi, that is what I have to contribute on this now, because already people know about this. It depends on our people to open their eyes and see. Now, why I'm bringing this, where I'm putting this up here to everybody to see. You can see here, it says all forms and shape of bribery, corruption, criminality activities, and practice are prohibited in IPOB. It is your duty of all family members to expose such practice with irrefutable evidence. Irrefutable evidence is something that somebody cannot deny. You have a proper evidence, not hearsay. Irrefutable evidence. Anyone found indulging in this act shall be dismissed and expelled from IPOB worldwide family. And that's why we're here. This is our code of conduct. The code of conduct gives you the right. And when people say leadership are asked, who is DOS? So this attached to DOS. Directive of State. This is the body that governs IPOB. And our leader is the spirit of indigenous people of Biafra. Without Mazi Ikechukwu, DOS don't exist. He formed it, he nominated them. He's the only one that have the power. I will show you back on this code of conduct. IPOB started with Council of Elders, if some of you don't know. In 2013, they were dissolved. Mazi Ikechukwu dissolved it before they formed DOS you're seeing today. So my question to you, who is DOS? Mazi Ikechukwu said, listen, whatever Chikedozie said goes. Based that Mazi Ikechukwu, Chikedozie must implement whatever Mazi Ikechukwu said. The day Chikedozie disobeyed our leader, that day Chikedozie buried himself. And confirming with his man, now Ejiofor have now capped on it. Now, this is where you must not let anybody don't tell you, oh, you don't fighting against him. There's no leadership without Mazi Ikechukwu. If you disobey our leader, it's a treason. It's not treasonable. You know, there's a difference between treasonable felony and treason. Treason means that your firing squad, they will kill you. That's what it meant. You have committed crime that does nothing again. There is an unpardonable crime. That's what treason is all about. Chikedozie have committed treason as IPOB stand today. Some of you are playing dodgy games. Now our leader now have become somebody. Some of you will come on Radio Biafra now and question Onyendu's order. Riffraffs that don't know anything. Every single person know that those people today they're purporting as media warrior. This is a cabal. Every one of these individuals, go and check them before they have spoken against our leader. I don't want to mention the name because they are irrelevant. All of them have spoken against Mazi Ikechukwu before an IPOB. Go and check their records. Today, what they're playing pranks on themselves. Now they have turned IPOB platform, which is Radio Biafra, where we worship a secret. Remember when our leader's wife came there? You remember when she was passing the message? He said that Onyendu is more physical, mental and physical fit than all of us outside. And you can see Onyendu came out. When you're going to see Onyendu, he make references that when you know who is with you is when you're not there. All this talk she was saying then, they were pushing, oh, it's autopilot. I'm asking, who is autopilot more than Chikedozie and his gang? Because if you cannot implement Onyendu, that's the meaning of autopilot. Now you're on autopilot mood. Simply because you know that Onyendu is incapacitated in your own miserable mind. So it is here. For anybody that question what we do here is permitted in our code of conduct. I'll read it for you again. I will point the mouse on it. Look at this. All forms and shapes of bribery, corruption, criminal activities, and practice are prohibited in IPOB. It is the duty of all family members to expose such practice with irrefutable evidence. Anyone found indulging in this act shall be dismissed and expelled from IPOB. Just exactly what we are saying. Austin Alban is calling coordinators and contributing money and putting it in a different account. It's a criminal offense in IPOB. It's not a financial He don't have any business with our money. Chikedozium don't have business with IPOB money. Because the money that
Mazi, I think please let me stop you here first here, because we have a lot to say. Okay. and we don't have much time. Okay. Mazi, please let's go to the second to the second video clip. You see, in Radio Biafra, believe me, 80% of the people broadcasting in Radio Biafra are working for the cabal.
Of course.
80% of them are working for the cabal. And with proof, please, let's play that second clip and Machineke that interview what he asked by the stage for, and you will see he was disappointed at the end of the day that Barrister Jofo gave her the response, but he did not. It wasn't the answer is expecting. Please, let's play that that video clip before I go on, please.
Okay, just give me a second.
Yeah,
I think it should be this one.
Now,
no.
Sorry. Okay. It's not this one.
Ka Igbo ndị ọma na-ege ntị ghọta okwu na-agagasị ebe a. Ama m okwu na-ekwu gbara ọkpụrụkpụ so much, mana ọ bụ eziokwu ka m na-ekwu. Mụ ọkwa nwa Chineke kwugwo ya, ihe ọbụla ya egbu m ya bụrụkwa ihe ga-esi n'eziokwu apụta. Ọ nwegasịrị aka bagasịrị ma ndị ebe nchekwa nọ n'anya ndị na-echekwara anyị anị. Ọ nwegasịrị aka bagasịrị ebe ahụ. Ọ nwere aka bagasịrị ma ebe ha na-agbapụ ebe ndị ọka ikpe ma ebe ọbụla o si nwee ọmakwa na ụmụ ihe ndị a na-aga ị na-akọwata mkpụrụ ya. M ga-achọ ka fanụ ndewo.
Chineke o nwere ihe a na-akpọ delegation of powers, iziga inye ikike to onye na-ejere ozi a na-akpọ n'oyibo power delegation. So and inye ikike ahụ dịka etu m si na-eme nke ụnụ.
Mazi, this still obido n'isi o nwee one comment o make nchoka people no that I want us to sense our hands on it.
Okay, I don't know, but I think it started from the beginning.
No.
I think that is where I think this video started. Is
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Anyị ga-afụ na otu si wee kee ọrụ ọ gasị ndị mmanya zitere aka ngasị ụmụaka enwe nọgasị na nri a na-eri kịta. Onye ndu nwekwara idea na ụmụ ife ndị a dị dịka abịa na DOS onye ọbụla nwere portfolio na-ejide.
Mazi Chineke
ọ dịka na-etinye aka n'ime ọnụ so much, mana ọ na-etinye aka n'ime ọnụ ọ ka ịma ibe ahụfe na-afụ anyị nwa na-afụ on daily basis. Ụmụdị abịa ya jikere ide asị ịmazị ka ihe esi nchọ ka onwebe ọka o si awere aka enwe batagasịsịrị ọ nwere ndị na-abịa were ọrụ barịsta enwe n'iwe ka m kwupụta okwu ndị mmadụ ịghọtago. O nwere ndị na-abịazi kịta na-azọrọ IPOB ma ndị na-anọ na legal team ndị asị na ọha nwa ka e nyere ma ụmụnne ya nwa bụ onye ndu ka m kpọọ okwu afa mụ adịghị atụ egwu na nke m na-ekwu okwu eziokwu ma ụmụnne ya ga-abịakwa awere nke a eme nke a. Barrister ka ife nwere ike ikwu ka Igbo ndị ọma na-ege ntị ghọta okwu na-agagasị ebe a. Ama m okwu m na-ekwu gbara ọkpụrụkpụ so much, mana ọ bụ eziokwu ka m na-ekwu. Mụ ọkwa nwa Chineke kwugwo ya ihe ọbụla ya egbu m ya bụrụkwa ihe ga-esi n'eziokwu apụta. Ọ nwegasịrị aka bagasịrị ma ebe nchekwa nọ n'anya ndị na-echekwara anyị anị. Ọ nwegasịrị aka bagasịrị ebe ahụ. Ọ nwere aka bagasịrị ma ebe ha na-agbapụ ebe ndị ọka ikpe ma ebe ọbụla o si nwee ọmakwa na ụmụ ihe ndị a na-aga ị na-akọwata mkpụrụ ya. M ga-achọ ka fanụ ndewo.
Chineke o nwere ihe a na-akpọ delegation of powers, iziga inye ikike So onye na jere ozi a na-akpọ n'oyibo power delegation. So and inye ikike ahụ dịka etu m si na-eme nke ụnụ edere n'akwụkwọ ka na-akpọ guiding principle. So onye ndu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu bụ na only one structure ka o nwere. Ọ bụ na ọ nọghị structure na-alụ ọrụ n'otu atọ ọ na-agwa m ezigbo ọ na-amụ na na-akpata nkata dị ya. And they believe na ebe ọ na unu nwere kere ha na-akpọ ya guiding principle otu si eme ife ndị ọzọ. Abụrụ m ọdụrụ n'ike aka m ịda agwa unu egosi na onye ndu kwụsị mee ya etu a. Ọ bụrụ everything ga mekwucha na platform na anụra. But the point bụ na ndị na o nyere ọchịchị n'aka ma how to manage it. Ịma mụ nwa ya ka m so mmejọ kwukwezi na nke a mana enwere ozi dị mkpa ha mere na some of these things na-ekwu ọtụtụ anyị mere ihe na ịchụ na-erezi na ihe na-ekwugasị na the content n'ozi na-ezi ebe a aka mara eke mma ajụkwa ajụ ka inye m unu mma ayọkwu nne m ohere ka m kwuo okwu nke m nzite ozi onye ndu ziri dị na-enwe mgba Biafra nso okwu ekwukwere m okwu so nzi ozi a ige ntị n'ozi a nziri mma enwe m nkweta na ozi a mma ezi ka nwere ike to instant also what the problem for you for zero delegate go power to delegate but how much to say to maka ịgbasa ndị nke ahụ ka ngali je kije maka ya onye je ka onye how to handle it ka mba no cost so ọ bụ na enye m nwere ka mkpọpụta ụmụ ihe ụzọ osigasị dere mgbapụta ụmụ ụzọ osigasị deme okwu nchọrọ gwụ mgbazi ụmụ dị na nwere ke jụwazi ajụ atọ m ụnụ jụọ m ajụ ka nzọ ụnụ ndị mmadụ akpọ na fonu jụọ m ajụ.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Hello, Mazi. I'm Biafran. Please listen. No, this one Chineke.
Another one. Okay, go on, Mazi.
No. This one Chineke or whatever na akpọ ya no. You know, it's just that he want to present our leaders' family. He think but we castigate our leaders' family. Okay, how about Maz and Osnaban that is going from one country to another, presenting a new bank account? Mwachineke did not even refer to it. How about Tones Lumike that is causing a lot of problems in South Africa? A lot of issue is on the table. You have not handled it. Mwachineke did not refer the issue, did not refer to it. But he had the audacity, he had the power, to refer to Onyendu's brother. No, when this now, they are in charge of legal team and everything. But at the end of the day, as God may have it, but Ejiofor disappointed him. This is the spirit of Biafra. But I told you, when Ejiofor will go back and listen to his interview, will say, how did I say this? How did I say this? You see, the little document Ejiofor is talking about code of conduct, which is what we are saying here. And he said, and at the end of the day, he told him that now he have delegated the power to those delegated the powers, and who Kanu is in charge of the lawyer, and he's doing it. And he also told him they know the way to do it, to go about it. So what you let me tell you, if I am Mazi, we could go on.
Mazi, that is why at the beginning of this program, we played our mothers in Biafra land, the people that still believe in Biafra. None of these guys, none of Radio Biafra today. You see all these people? I don't know, maybe, what I will say here, people might think is a joke. Because they now have access to our money. They have access to our money. Some of people now that have been contributing because now they have bastardized everything, pointing finger left, right, and center. Now they're having a few there and sharing our money. these people, majority of them now are being put under, court. Because IPOB is a voluntary work. If I'm a coordinator, you remove me as a coordinator. Sometimes I don't want to go to a meeting, but I have to go because I was a coordinator. I will leave everything I'm doing. I have to do it because it's mandatory to me, even though it's volunteer. But I have to be available to do the job. So I don't see that in IPOB is a voluntary movement. But since these people have come now to commercialize what we are doing, because that is the cabal. What I'm saying, people don't understand what we cabal. When we are shouting cabal, people don't understand what cabal is. Cabal is that. Let me explain to a layman perspective. For instance, in London here, there was a time. It came to the time that when we come to meeting now, we don't, after meeting, there's meeting before the meeting we came in. Then after that meeting, in that meeting, somebody will say, oh, we don't have to say everything we are saying here because we know that some people here are listening. Because that is what we are doing. These are the people that we are in the meeting, taking information. There's nothing secret there, but they were there like a spy, gossiping with ghosts in our band. UK here, I asked us in our band, did Onyendu authorize you to remove our national coordinator? That Onyendu instead before he was a rendition. He didn't answer the question. His answer to me was that a national coordinator have access to Onyendu. Onyendu knows everything we are doing. Because they're having a few there that our leader is being incarcerated and they can do whatever they want to do. They're down the consequences. These people from A to Z, you see all these guys? All of them from A to Z. Remember that I was one time coming out to have a program with some of them. Issue of AZH, Mazi, that day I know that these are all of them from A to Z. They are not for IPOB. They are not for Biafra. They are something else. Because the day they put up smear attack on Mazi. But one thing in this life is see truth. Truth will always win. I came out that day, I tell that lunatic, that guy that aspiring to travel abroad that live in South Africa, that started abroad by road from Ghana to Mozambique, end up in South Africa. I called him, I said, listen, do you know where Mazi lives in the United Kingdom? He said he think he live in United Kingdom is in London. What happened? All of them came call in that day. Even people I respect before, just because all of them have now turned. They say they call them in duty call. They ask him, who made you a IPOB media warrior in your own bedroom to be smearing your own fellow IPOB? All the people that were fighting IPOB, all of them campaign at the end of the day. They couldn't prove any evidence to all of them. They're running away. Have you seen IPOB say block somebody? Have you had man who can block anybody? Now, Mazi, this question is what has been revolving back on all of us, on what they are doing. All of them from A to Z. All of them from A to Z. You just probably take, you say 20%. 20% is too much. 5% in Radio Biafra can be assured of what they are doing. 5%. Everybody has been boxed in. Do you hear Chukwu form again and come out to talk? Do you hear they don't come out anymore because they know they can't talk. They have soiled their hands. They can't speak anymore. They cannot speak. Have you seen them ranting again? They can't rant. But all these lunatics, all these big fraps, calling themselves they're fighting for IPOB, defending, asking which structure are you defending? My question is there. Can anybody tell me who is DOS? Leadership you're calling about without Mazi Ikechukwu, which leadership are you talking about? I want to know. So Mazi is very simple. Just like in South Africa, remember the time they interviewed them in South Africa? You heard what Chinedu was saying about the same thing goes on. The other day, a Rosier assemble bunch of moron. It's one of them that text me. Like I said, I won't talk about that idiot. I won't publicize his name yet, but on a very good day. This is cabal. The same thing they did to Mazi. They call conference call with Mazi here in UK. When Mazi find the criminal activities they committed in company house. The same people. The same guy. Because if you don't dance in their tune now, they will carry smear attack on you. And they think people like us, we've been there before you guys because I can't my hands are clean. If you know what I have done, come out and say it. Some people have been talking, I've been telling them, I said, in UK, time will come, people will answer to me. Because I have said, anybody in the United Kingdom say that they have given George Umeh one pound, maybe they put £1. Because I know IPOB is owing me till tomorrow morning in this country. Till tomorrow morning. And I can tell you where IPOB is owing me. Even with my own financial, my money, things I went to. People who say they were working for IPOB in South Africa, they have to lend them money because their car spoiled. I've been in one situation like that. Nobody know what I went through, but I come out of it on my own. I don't need to say it here because people have given their life in this struggle. But what I'm saying tonight is that all these people say they are working the IPOB media world. None of them are media. All these people are a bunch of morons. No, they don't even know the left from the right. Now, what they are doing is what Chike Ezumezu said. These are backing dogs. Backing dogs. They are not IPOB members. They have not. Some of them, they go on one protest or the other because they want to belong. But they are not. And go and check their record. All of them have carried smear attack directly to Mazi before in the past. If they doubt us, we will bring it to them and show them, just like as we're doing here now. But because they are irrelevant, they don't worth talking about. But what we are saying is that Radio Biafra is where we contribute money. That Radio Biafra, when we establish even our transmitter, when said people volunteer to buy it, when they said no, we must contribute to buy it. Because we don't want anybody to tell us what to say in Radio Biafra today. They're conditioning people. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't buy card for people in Biafra land if you want to buy card for them. But don't buy card to use them as a willing tool to attack people. Just exactly what Sue is doing.
Yes, Mazi, you're right. Yes, Mazi, you're right. Mazi, please. Because of time. That's why I'm trying, just to limit. Mazi, please. Mazi, please, let's go to our second victory. Our second, Chukwu Kabiam have a way of doing something.
Yeah.
Please bring that tweet up from our lawyer Jimako.
Truth is life.
Yeah. Biafrans, please, can you guys lead it? Today, I had a visitation with Onyendu, and he asked me to make it public that he had asked one of his lawyers to do a memo to Chike Ezumezu to announce Ogbonnaya Abraham as the new interim coordinator of Germany, and that Ezumezu and the lawyer who did. One
second, I'll take it out. 1 second.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. And that Ezumezu and the lawyer who did the memo can confirm this. Mazi, you see, this is another victory for us. We have vindication, is this, you see this tweet. People think that Onyendu is not aware of what is happening outside. People think that Onyendu is not aware of what is happening outside. These tweets have shown us that Onyendu want to show to IPOB family that his message has been sweeping under the carpet. Because this is not the first time Onyendu is sending message. But why is it that Onyendu send this message in this direction? Just to prove, just to show Biafrans that something is happening with Mazi Ikechukwu Ezumezu and the rest of them that are supposed to implement his message. Look at it. Look at it. It's very valid. Look at it. And to prove to IPO, to Biafran that now Chike Ezumezu have refused to implement our leader's order. Not even this. Okay, since this message was out from Elijah Ejimako, have we seen the memo? Have we seen the memo? It's more than 24 hours. The highest command of this movement, part this instruction. Have we seen the memo? The answer is no. If Chike Ezumezu did not believe in Elijah Ejimako about this message, why did Chike Ezumezu reach Ifeanyi Ejiofor to confirm this message? Why have you haven't heard from Ifeanyi Ejiofor if this message is fake or not. Mazi, let me stop here. I don't know. So I want you to say something about this.
Mazi, let me say something to you. You know that Ejiofor have wrote disclaimer before against Ejimako publicly. Do you know that? I have that publication.
Yes, yeah.
I don't want to put it here. And when this thing happened, that is when I start asking questions. I put a question mark on Ejiofor. You know, we see things. When you say we see things ahead, that's why I see all this antelope jumping up and down. When I look at them, I can see through them and laugh. If it's not because of IPOB, what will bring me and you together in this life? Now, what did I say? Ejimako is an international counsel to IPOB and Mazi Ikechukwu, and he has demonstrated his professionalism as a counsel, special one for that matter. Remember that when Onyendu was rendition, neither Ejiofor, neither Malami knows what rendition is. The victory they're clamoring today was rendition. I said it to someone that called me last night. I said, you can't try Onyendu in any court of law in the zoo. Reason being, for you to do that, you must establish first where you get Mazi Ikechukwu from. Remember that we have court sitting in the United Kingdom. The UK government is in dilemma. They can't do nothing because we are holding them in checkmate. We are holding them. Only this Nigerian they ever enjoy. IGH ever enjoy Mazi. You understand what I'm saying? So the point remains that this particular tweet here has been a professional luminary that works as an attorney, does his job. He might have a personal relationship with Mazi Ikechukwu, but you don't mix pleasure with business. That's why you must guide your professionalism at all times. Watch Ejiofor. Every time you went to see Onyendu, nothing changes. Everything he writes is the same thing he writes every time. There's never any meaningful message that comes from Ejiofor. He said that Onyendu said anything. He knows all these things. All these things that has been going on, they're using him to cover up for a very long time. But everything is falling apart. That is a fact of life. When Ejimako tweeted one time when this matter was going on, he said that Onyendu have instructed him that everybody must be cautioned and apply mutual respect. Mutual respect is between the leadership themselves, those that he put in the helm of affairs. Mutual respect that Chikedozie must respect his position and allow Madam Nyanya to carry on doing her job as the head of finance, because even Mazi Ikechukwu does not interfere with our finance. Then who is Chikedozie and Austin Aban? He sent that message clearly. All of them fell in deaf ears. I will give you one instance in UK. I don't want to go far. Let me take Chikedozie back in 2021 when Onyendu instructed that the former Southeast Regional Coordinator be removed, dismissed on air by our national coordinator, because Chikedozie is not the one that's supposed to dismiss people on air. That is not his job. Onyendu does that sometimes if things is going out of proportion, but you can see that's what Chikedozie got to do. You know, but you can see for I think since after they expel me, they have not come and expel another person. They're expelling their father because you feed me. He's suspending people that did nothing. He's driving people that hold IPOB together. People, it's just like South Africa. The people that contributing money is the ones kicking away. So those ones are contributing nothing. The ones together, if people are sharing it among yourself, I think you are stupid. You don't know what's going on. So Mazi, the truth is still remains that Mazi Ejimako, if Ejiofor is the fundamental problem IPOB within the communication between Onyendu, because he has been editing and abetting with these individuals. Because if you remember, they always protect him. Now they're having a few there. Even Simon confirmed that he was talking to him. I have to sorry to mention his name here, right? Last month, he said he was talking to him. And him himself now, they're all in saga. They want us to divert our attention to saga. And now people are saying, oh, we want to focus and campaign for Mazi Ikechukwu. And Ejimako, a special counsel to Onyendu. Remember the same time, this riffraff will play him here when he came out attacking Bruce Fem. that Proven has. Chinasa Sanwo-Olu tweeted that Bruce Fem was giving him 50,000 every time he traveled to Biafran. It was the same as Ejimako that came out and tweeted that Onyendu have instructed that that Bruce Fem is an international representative, council, and he remains. That is why you call professionalism. But Ejiofor is meddling. You see, meddling. You can anytime you started meddling with your profession, you end up in a dish. That is why today, whatever, because we are not here for to tattoo. We don't gossip. We say it the way it is. But what I'm saying now, Mazi, concerning this tweet have once again proven that everything we have been saying, like you said, it's more than 48 hours that tweet was going on. We changed the date. It was on 28. Today started. That's 48 hours on a mark. Onyendu. And remember, this tweet said, look at the tweet. The tweet said, today, I had a visitation with Onyendu, and he asked me to make it public that he had asked one of his lawyers to do a memo to Chike Edoziem to announce Ogbonna Abraham as the new entry coordinator for Germany, and that Chike Edoziem and the lawyer who did the memo can confirm it. Now, the lawyer can confirm it is Ejiofor supposed to confirm this. But you see, Ejiofor is quiet. To tell you that he's editing and abetting with, he has been the problem. Because as far as Mazi can remain in GSS Dungeon, Ejiofor will be getting an award. And he'll be making money. Because our leader, cash machine, God, once he close to Mazi Ikechukwu, he become a millionaire overnight. Who was he before he started as an IPOB lawyer? I don't want to degrade him, but he was doing a good job till now, allowing himself to be used, and I have to say the way it is. So now, if Ejimako has been, because he's doing what Onyendu instruct him to do, this is an instruction from he's a client. It is something Onyendu can sack him, tell him that I don't want the same thing he did Obeta. He sacked Obeta on Federal High Court. Dismiss him on Federal High Court. Onyendu, what they're thinking is Onyendu cannot do anything, including if I Ejiofor. He came out and be bragging that I'm the most trusted. Who told you that? Trusted as what? Who are you to be trusted to Mazi as a Guinea? You are just ordinary and attorney to Onyendu. You are working and you are paying you. If you have sympathetic on cause of what we are doing, fair enough. But keep that aside and do your job as a professional. That's one thing you must learn. And this is where you people have fallen. And what Ejimako have once again and proven, they have attacked Ejiofor, unfollowed him. Ejimako is not looking for popularity. He's an international lawyer, attorney for that matter. He's not looking for popularity. Some of you don't understand what we are doing here. He's being paid by IPOB. So what you're saying that now, you choose when to accept message from lawyer. Just like Chinasa Sanwo-Olu confirm that the message keep coming from lawyer and everybody will. Just the same thing. Everybody was reluctant. But Mazi, this matter brought issue of Chinasa Sanwo-Olu because it's the same thing. Look at what Chinasa Sanwo-Olu said here. The same issue that brought it. Chinasa Sanwo-Olu confirmed that particular message, that message is fact. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mazi. You mute yourself. I can't hear you, Mazi.
Yeah, Mazi. In this tweet, Mazi, please bring that tweet, bring that post up. Bring that post up. It's important. Yeah. In this post, the moment Ejimako sent that post, that message from our leader, everywhere in the media and Facebook was silent. They are the chat media warriors. They are mouthpiece. They were silent. Nobody was talking. They were silent. Do you know what? Not until Mazi Ikechukwu came out with this tweet to attack Aloy Ejimako. The moment he sent about 2 or 3 posts, they start attacking our lawyer. Now he have given the green light to attack Aloy Ejimako. That was it. This is the message he sent to them. Go back and check. The time Aloy Ejimako sent that post, nobody was talking until Chinasa Sanwo-Olu give them the green light to attack our barrister. And again, I made a post to China Sanwo-Olu. Mazi, if you can remember, there was a time I said that Biafra split. Biafra split have leaving some people without them knowing.
Of course.
You know, yeah, you can, you know. So I made a post in connection with this thing, China Sanwo-Olu wrote. I made a post about it. No, and I said that people are begging China Sanwo-Olu not to leave. Why? I just laugh. Ha. It's getting interesting. You know, see the attack. Now they move to our Allo platform, our little Biafra, to attack our leader's message. And Mazi Alozie give them the platform to attack our leader's message with all their mouthpiece in Facebook. Also attacking Madam Nenyanya, head of finance. Call her all sorts of name. If Madam Nenyanya send a tweet or send a post now, they will say, why Madam Nenyanya is sending a message? But you are attacking an innocent woman that did nothing to you. This message have nothing to do with Mazi Kanonta, have nothing to do with Madam Nenyanya. Why attacking these two people? Also attacking our leader's message on Radio Biafra with Mazi Alozie that hosted them.
Mazi, these are dishonorable men. These are people that have got nothing to offer. Let me say this here. I said it before and I will retreat it again. The last time I checked, China Sanwo-Olu was only misposition I, George Umeh, is aware that China Sanwo-Olu holding IPOB is this. He is former Middle East rep, if I can remember correctly. You see, in life, when people have agenda, I saw all these things coming. And I've said it before. China Sanwo-Olu has a pathological hatred of Onyendu. Do you know why? Because Onyendu know delimited. You know, I don't want to start mentioning people's name. Even when people when we tell you something, don't allow that thing to get into your head. When Onyendu make there's something Onyendu see. You see this guy that I call China Sanwo-Olu. The point for me is that the guy is an imposter. To be honest with you. Because I said, if you remember when he started to sell himself, you see today people say he's commander. I'm asking, who is he commanding? I will always say this here in this platform. I will say it here. Now, you see this particular post. This is what first people say, what is in your mind? He said, I think it is time I need a break to reflect, to rethink and reflect on everything about
Biafra solution.
Now, let me show you again why you shouldn't worry about what China Sanwo-Olu said. Because China Sanwo-Olu, when I say China Sanwo-Olu have a particular this is where they say block. This is not IPOB. Provocateur, he's the main provocateur. Now, I will come down here and show you something. Yeah? This is what, do you know the day China Sanwo-Olu sent this post? It says, sentiment apart when talk about Biafra. Call Ojukwu, Owazurike, and Mazi Ikechukwu. My respect to them. Listen carefully, my brother. Yeah? You see, when somebody is vindictive, Mazi Ikechukwu is in Kujo prison, in DSS dungeon, incommunicado. China Sanwo-Olu is comparing Mazi Ikechukwu and Owazurike. With all due respect, China Sanwo-Olu. This, you know, people like us, we don't talk anyhow. Because before we start talking, we have a concrete and physical and spiritually conviction that this person is evil before I will actually make that pronunciation. You see this particular thing this guy wrote about sentiment apart when it comes to Biafra. Who is he talking to? Who is he referring to? Where does that word come from? What was going through his mind? Owazurike was a Mossab, which Ojukwu did. People don't know how Mossab was formed. Then, our internal leader, when he came back, and the spirit of Biafra still remained in him, he wanted somebody to front Biafra agitation. because what they promising him when he came back, they failed him. He joined. They asked him to come back and join and form a party. He became Biafran MPP. They started killing our people. Then at the end of the day, he couldn't even win in his village. They ridiculed him. Before now, I picked up Uwazuike. Uwazuike turned Mosob into an oppressive movement in Biafra land. So why would you compare somebody like that with our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? A man that kidnapped Onyendu and allow women to urinate on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on his traditional marriage when he went to marry his wife. Just I want to have the infantry to mention Uwazuike and mention Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Sentiment apart, where does this word come from, Mazi? When I told you people that Chinasa Nworu, the guy, and I don't want to know him. I'm not seeking to know who he is, but like I said, when we talk about Jubri, he is the real imposter. And Chinasa Nworu anger is because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never made him official, announced him to anything to ESN. I'm not saying maybe he's an emissary to Onyendu, which is maybe Onyendu use him for specific tax. In every company we're here now, the job I do now, I work in a big company, only specific tax in that company now, yeah. Not even as a permanent staff. You might be employed in specific tax, you do that job. Onyendu might be sending you message to send money to people, doesn't make you a commander. Mazi. Respect yourself and stop fooling people. Look at Facebook and say, oh, ESN send in Enugu. What's ESN going to do in Enugu? If ESN send in Enugu, send it on Facebook to the Nigerians to go and kill them. If they're going to fight Fulani in Enugu, then it's on Facebook. They're praying for them. The ESS already know they're going to Enugu. Mazi, are you getting my point? Anytime this guy send our people somewhere, we will give the lead to them to go and kill these boys. You sending them people that would have a helicopter gunship. We take AK-47 to go and fight them. Is that what you're telling me? And you're in Kuwait? Why don't you come down in Biafra land and be the man? I'm being in front to go to Enugu as the commander. Is our people okay? Who made Chinasa Nworu commander? We need a commander on our command. If I command, on our command, command. I'm not saying that maybe he was doing something for Onyendu. That's it. You might be sending money to people to buy something, don't make you anything. What I'm asking, what is this got to do? What have you asked yourself question? What was going into Chinasa Nworu's mind? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in DSS dungeon for over 17, 18 months. This is the comprises the Chinasa Nworu is giving to our leader. This is compliments given to Onyendu. Like I said, you know, the social media phenomenon. They call it the world is a global village. That's what internet has brought us to. And anything he tweeted out, anything he said, somebody have already picked it up. That's what they call viral. You can't take it back. Chinasa Nworu, I don't know you. I'm not striving to know you. Some people call you Mohammed Abbas. All this stuff for me is propaganda. Like I said, you said Onyendu asks you not to show yourself in Facebook, in social media. Almost something Onyendu for Airbnb. That's why you go. Take it from me. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu know who you are more than yourself. All this propaganda is not for people like us. I don't see you. I don't send you message. Things I have done in Biafra land before even ESN was strong. If I open my mouth and tell you, won't believe what I was involved in doing. It's not brag. When this that the real men would drink cyanide and die. They were a coward, completed one. Oh, one useless Ghana off on UK. The next program I get, I'll put off his picture. He's calling people coward and hiding his name. I will make him public with his name and everything, with his phone numbers in UK here. Because you know me, I don't talk nonsense. I told them I'm not into the same rank with you. Some of you come from Lagos to United Kingdom, you live here for 10 years, you have not traveled. Maybe you're traveling from here back to Nigeria. So the person in your life, in your lifetime, even person that live in Nigeria is more civilized than you are. Because I can tell from here. I mean people that live here, that even people that in my village, they're more clever than they are. And the way they reason. Not someone like George, man. If not for IPOB, what do you get you coming like now? I said it the day I told them, make my video available the day I join IPOB. There's one thing I said that day, that word never changed. Because people like us don't change. So Chinasa Nworu, I'm just looking into the words that comes out of your mouth. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you betray Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You know, this is what, again, Biafran struggle. It is the problem that people want to hear truth. They don't want to hear it coming from you. Inaju, who is saying this truth? China Samuel, anyone saying the truth? Because you guys know that what you guys are doing, you guys are taking a shot at our leader. Every single one of you are taking a shot at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But I'll tell you guys, you see Umeh and his gang, the 2015 renegades, okay, for those ones will angel, but probably some of you will never see Biafra land again. Your generation will not see Biafra land on what you guys are doing. And another thing again, this is the last thing I'm going to show about this guy. Look at this here. You see this particular word. Watch this word very well. Yeah? He said, all this nonsense is because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in detention. That's why anybody is now interfering in IPOB admin matters. What do you think? What do you think he's referring to? Exactly the same thing he's doing. I've told you before. You see servitude. Anybody who a propagandist, anything Tina Sanwo said, that thing on me already. Took me before. All this media, all this rat here for Hanchina. Oh, one cannot want them mad coward. Yeah, man, all people coward. Yeah, but he can't even he can't put himself in the video. He can't put his picture out. Anytime that idiot come to protest, I didn't know why the guy was wearing hood anytime he come to protest. Oguchianya with the hood. Like a small bandit. Very local individuals. Now, because people, just like Uchemofo was not bringing his family. Because I talk about Uchemofo doesn't mean I don't know what Uchemofo did. I make Uchemofo is my reference point to leadership, to people who claim leadership in IPOB today. And I don't care how you feel about him, because Uchemofo is better than all of you people. I will take Uchemofo 1,000 times of you guys. I believe in practical things. We'll go back on a report card. What did you do on your own time? Biafran on Bonkies will know about it. On Uchemofo at a time, because we never had why Uchemofo did what he did. There was never issue. We haven't sat down and talk about it in a very clear context. So that issue is between Uchemofo and our leader. And only I'm not saying that about Uchemofo. So for me, I have never gone into a personal issue with Uchemofo. I only attack him when I see him on social media. But what I'm seeing today, Uchemofo is an angel to IPOB. Take it to bank. Oh, George Umeh said it. And I have every reason to say it because I was involved. All this big fraff, my Chukwu form, all of them couldn't fly then because Uchemofo was there. Their propaganda 2015 was that Uchemofo refused to give them the code to Radio Biafra. That is the reason why and them and his gang went to open Radio Biafra. We are there today. We have seen 1,000 talk less of one. So Mazi, what I'm saying is that, and the command and control in IPOB, for those that don't know, this is the chain command in IPOB. That's why I asked you a question. Who is the DOS? My question come back to you guys again. Who is the DOS? My question. This here, IPOB chain command is here, written here. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he's the supreme leader of indigenous people. Directorate of State, the body of IPOB. And that is why you have continental reps. Like us in Alabama, responsibility in Europe, he fell zero. Then he come to state coordinator, which is the national coordinator in countries like UK. But now, this thing was drafted based on Biafra land. Now, state coordinator is national coordinator. Then district coordinators in Biafra land, they exist. In local government, and they come to zonal coordinator. Before, they have zonal, before now come to unit. My question to you is, who is the DOS? If you clowns claiming that you're defending the structure, my question to you tonight, what do you have to tell Chike Doziem coming out and telling you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not give him any reason why he should suspend it at home? What have you have to tell China Sanworu, who opens his mouth and tell you that Onyendu was sending message and everybody was reluctant? And that has cost every life in Biafra land. Biafra land today is in disarray because of Monday sit at home. Ghost town. It was announced ghost town. Monday ghost town. That is the name, not sit at home. For some of your clan. People don't forget things. So who announced it was this same China Sanworu? He said it will be revealed time to time. So the word review, that's my argument then. When we were watching what they were doing. That now they have revealed it. But not knowing that Onyendu instructed them 18 hours before to suspend it. That is a review. They could have, just like Uchemofo calls it at home in the morning, cancel it in the next day. Nobody questioned it. We have done it at home since 2016. We never had issue, argument with anybody. Chidom say we're successful. Is it the first time we don't sit at home successfully? Are you just join IPOB or what? To disobey Onyendu and you beat the alibi? No, Mazi. So Mazi, yeah, this is the midweek, so we wrap it up and see what we can do. But we have some couple of voices to play because the order that Onyendu gave, we need to the coordinator that in question because the guy is a gunner. Once Mazi and can give order, nobody questions it. You know.
Yeah. I want to say something, maybe with a minute or 2 minutes. You know.
Okay, go on.
Mazi, you know, it marvels me. Honestly speaking, I must be honest with you. No, I'm so amazed. It marvels me that I on earth that Chike Doziem will be there. Tony Zumike will be there. They will allow their mouthpiece to come on Radio Biafra to castigate a member of the leadership. Also castigate our leaders' message and say that do it. Nothing will happen when Martin come out. We say it is sweet. Say your name, not we, not IBOB warrior, media warrior. Say your name. You allow those people to come on our other platform to castigate a member of the leadership. That tells you all you need to know. Even maybe go. Even a maybe go. After castigating a member of DOS, telling them why you're panicky. This. Also castigating our leaders' message on Biafra radio. Chike Dozomi is there listening. Tony Zumike is there. That reminds me, Tony Zumike, listen. We got your message, you know. Your boy in South Africa, Ayan Nachi, he has been calling Pretoria in South Africa that he want peace. He want peace. They know you people more than yourself. Your boy in South Africa, after our last program, Ayan Nachi have been calling Pretoria that they want peace. I don't want to say much, but I just want to inform you that we know what is going on. Because after our last program, from Pretoria Executive have exposed what's going on. You answer your boy, Ayan Nachi, in South Africa, and he called them. Let me stop here for now. But Mazi Chike Doziem, this week, I'm not giving you order. We are expecting that memo that our leader demanded. If you don't want to do it, it's okay. We'll put it the way where others are. Because this is not the first time that you want to disobey our leader's order. But Biafrans have understood that you are disobeying our leader's order. Thank you.
Mazi, I want to play one or two videos, especially the guy, the so-called German coordinators cabal that came in London here. He doesn't live in UK and was threatening what he's going to do to Kanu Takanu. We have played the video before. We will play that video and play the video of one of those people that are ranting on the just to remind Biafrans, because here we say the way it is and we give evidence. Onyendu order is not questionable. It doesn't matter who you are. When your boss told you to do something, sometimes you know better than your boss, but your boss said, I want you to do this. You carry that instruction. If it goes wrong tomorrow, that's why in a workplace there's an email. If you come to me to do something, I'll ask you to send me a formal email. There's an incident I have at work. Somebody was trying to play smart. I just want to say this, and the guy in question is one of the senior. I don't want to mention his position here, but something happened, and I have to address it. I said, give me a formal email. And when the email came, I forwarded him the email that I sent to the individual, because that is what they call about communication. Everything is formal. Just for information, that's how the real world works. So this is what I'm saying, this Mazi, is that the guy in question here, this guy from Germany, you know what he did when he come to UK? You know what he said here in this soil after they attack Mazi's agent. Now, Onyendu have given an order. That order must be carried out, whether you like it, whether you make you this, whether you just like what I will go back to Omiomio. The only crime Omiomio committed was Omiomio said he was not going to suspend those Onyendu instructed him. They are his comrades. George Umeh was the first person that questioned Omiomio. I have the picture he posted that day on 2016 or so, and he blocked me on Facebook. On my Facebook, the Facebook deleted. I was the first person that questioned Omiomio. I asked him, Omiomio, have you carried out the order your master gave you? While you're saying, oh, hey, Biafra. Because sometimes, when people are carrying agenda, they water the ground forth and see the reaction of people. Then our IPOB then is not the subject we're having now. Because all we have now, a lot of people are looking for paper, they don't care. And they turn like one time IPOB into box you into corner. Some people are collecting money from the back, claiming that they're a media warrior. All these things we know. But with time, all your generations up, because any money stole from IPOB is a blood money. Like I said, I never collected penny. I give and continue to give. Whatever I had done, if we only came out tomorrow and said, George Umeh, you've been indefinitely suspended in IPOB, with your pleasure, my savior, I will continue to contribute to my quota. I won't talk. But for what I'm seeing now, until Chineke na Mebele, Onyendu will come out. So Mazi, we'll play that video a bit and play the other video of the clown in Germany. Then I think we'll wrap it up. Start today, or unless you have something to say. But at least we have what we are showing Biafrans is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu order is unnegotiable. And anybody that is obeyed Onyendu is a treason, not treasonable. Treason mean unpardonable crime in IPOB structure. Ejiofor told you people, Ejiofor that is the aiding and abetting with now telling you, we want Ejiofor to come out and write disclaimer against Ejimako once again, so that we will know that Ejiofor now has become the real Ejiofor want to do that. I'm not into saga that I'm not into saga that hang on cool. I'm saying what I see. He have said it here. I told Nandi, call Onyendu Nandi, fair enough. And call him Onyendu again. Whatever he said, that he must carry it out. So be it. Man, I want Ejiofor to come and confirm this tweet. Because if Ejiofor don't command this tweet, I'm make it Ejiofor going forward. You need to confirm this because I will pull his disclaimer he wrote against Ejiofor, Ejimako, about the Sam that wanted to join them before he brings the Zekomen. Because they're playing politics now. He's getting an award every day in the zoo. Under is not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not going to legal team, was not a leading legal team or whatever they call him. But I have no issue with your job, my brother. What I'm saying, don't allow sentiment to override your intelligence. If you're an intelligent man, behave like one. You are a professional lawyer. Behave like one. Don't meddle. You say with your mouth, don't meddle. IPOB, what we have is code of conduct. Our code of conduct spell it out. How we run IPOB. And thank God he has passed that message. But he failed again in the deaf ears. Because if Chikerism get that message, this message must have been given to you before you have that interview. But probably you didn't see it coming that Onyendu will instruct. Because whatever Onyendu asks Ejimako to do, Ejimako always deliver it. Just like in UK here, the woman that that remove Onyendu's name, they used to remove Onyendu's name. There is a particular WhatsApp message Ejimako sent to her, instructing her that Onyendu said. Even that woman got that message, screenshot and sent to somebody that they're threatening her. Kantakan is threatening her. It was Ejimako that wrote her, said that Onyendu said, remove your name as the director and remain the secretary amid you. Because it doesn't require to remove Onyendu's name to do his tax return in this country. No. This is all the story they told Biafrans. All this clown I see going around and say that media warrior. I told them, I said, I don't defend individuals. None of these people, I don't know who they are. I don't want to know who they are. So, Mazi, let's not waste too much time because we have to work tomorrow, got our kids and all that. But what we are coming here, Biafrans, is to make you guys know we are not into saga. Everything we have said, we've proven it. Whatever we say, we use that word to judge them. But you people should be start thinking inward because this is the time of 100 men, Onyendu said. If Onyendu can account for 10 men in every country, 10 men and women that is pure, Biafra will come. Mazilankan will come out. Because these men, they don't believe it will come out anymore. That is why you see what they do, whatever they want to do, because they die the consequences. That's what they're doing now. The Onyendu cannot do anything. When Onyendu come out, I tell you, when Onyendu come out? Because they believe he won't come out. Are you telling me that if they know that Onyendu is coming out? I remember when Charles Rabbi told me that Chichi Edoziem is a humble servant, that he does whatever Onyendu asks him to do. And it's fact. Which he confirmed in one of his wives that he's a humble servant. And now he's not anymore. The devil have taken over him like Onyendu told them. Don't allow the devil to take over you. And he has taken all of them, including this imposter and Ochinas and whatever. Don't know who that clown is. Let's go and play these guys, what he said in London and a clown in Germany, and we'll call it a night, Mazi.
Okay.
About the Biafrans are watching all over the world is the guy they called Jimado.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International. Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Tested it now, and the Biafran security guys have removed him, and he have walked away. He has walked away. So these are the infiltrators, the ones that are the enemy. Yes. I want to meet him. I'm suspending Kanunta. Let hell fall. Suspend Kanunta because under my own instruction to Germany. Let's stop this thing. Kanunta is a slave to Germany. Why would we give Kanunta this in the Messiah?
Mazi, you see, the clan mentioned Isaiah Yoruba is confirming the cabal. You go on that for this same Isaiah Yoruba. When Mazi's issue happened, there were 5 of them that called him conference call to call him to turn a black eye for what happened in the United Kingdom, including one of the idiots that was in Biafra yesterday talking. That wrote me a message. They want to see if they can talk to me. Talking to George, do you know who I am? Am I in your league? When time come, because we want to prove to Biafran that what you guys are building is cabal. Why are you calling me? I don't need you to call me. I don't need you. In IPOB, we extend our hand, but not into leadership issue, because that's why we're IPOB. Once we do, you need to connect all of us together, but not to undermine each other. So when you call me now to talk about things that is in IPOB leadership, that means that is a cabal. And another thing is this one here, Mazi, because sometimes I need the and then people now come Madam Nene, people now have a media warrior, and I wonder who made the media warrior and what made the media warrior, and their belief and what they believe. These are people that have gone off on our leader, one way or the other.
When this issue started, you call him here, that he is an idiot. He should took this case to court.
My brother, when they do you, there's some people that use English, the
coordinator of Cologne, he called a police for me. He called a police for me. When this issue started, they call him here that he is an idiot. He should took this case to court. And I want to tell the leadership that if this case get to court, that is when I will turn to tiger and lion. And I want to tell the leadership they should not blame me, because I will pack every of my receipts. That is when I will put allegation on them that they will balance me all my money back, because that is the main point that I will go for. That is exactly what I will go for. I will tell the court that they have been collecting money from me, defrauding me, telling me, giving me, putting me in a state of imagination, telling me that something is coming where it's not coming. And that is when I will put allegation on them. If they don't know, I have all my receipts, I have my defense fund, I have a lot of payment that I have done. I want them to understand this, and I don't want the leadership to blame me, because I'm still waiting for their court. We will go to that court, and they will see that they will fail. They will fail. And I have a lot of people that are going to join me to bring also their receipts that they have already defrauded them. I want them to understand they are dealing with somebody that is, I reason very well. I reason very well. I'm not an illiterate.
Stack one.
I understand things, the way things works.
Stack.
I've been living in Europe, not today. I've been here for a long time. So I understand every system. So I want you people to go and tell them, so that when Onyendu will come out, Onyendu will not blame me, because I will put allegation on these people. I will. And I will base that they will return all the whole money that have been contributing, and they must return it. They must return it. And now I will still tell them, why are they defrauding people? Because now it will go on the fraud. It will go on the fraud. That is what I'm trying to tell them. So should in case they have to know before they will go to court.
Mazi, and Biafrans are watching us. You're listening to the voice of somebody today that was in Radio Biafra yesterday, claiming that they are fighting for IPOB, that they are media warriors for IPOB. And you can listen with your ears what the person is saying. You know, that is the level you understand these people have gone to into the struggle. The level this guy, Chikedoziem and Austin Albani, have brought IPOB. This struggle, like Onyendu said. Because what these people plan, yeah, they have sold everybody, and just what they're doing now, they just while now time. This same person telling people that IPOB is defrauding people is on record. It's on record. Is he gonna take it away? IPOB now is defrauding people, putting him in a state of imagination. And the same person is allowed to come to Radio Biafra to malign Madam Nenyanya and Canon Takano and Onyendu and override Mazi Ikechukwu order. It seems that now, nobody for these people knows on a Iman do hard to sit now, or because IPOB guy name. You won't ask the question, but it's good. Now, how I John put here, and this is the first time this individual have said something against our leader. That's what I'm telling you. Check all of them, all these individuals, all these people there for. Go before. We can run it back to them because they know they're dealing with people. We are far ahead of these individuals. The backing dog does not beat. The information is that when they are broadcasting, we are hearing them, the man on the ground. They don't even know what they are doing. When I'm making broadcasts, the man on the ground, you live in Europe, you know, or somebody not person. You do what you're supposed to be doing by yourself. Not always a media warning. You know? Mazi,
yeah.
You know, Yeah, well, the reason why I play this voice is because they went into to go and talk about issue against our leader. I want Biafrans to know the people that are thinking that they are media warrior. I've said before, there is no media warrior in IPOB than you that have a smartphone. That is how IPOB is built. We have media teams, family writers, but gang of people still claiming to have a media warrior to attack another fellow IPOB. They are not for IPOB. They are the real agent of provocateur, which is China Sanwo-Olu is heading them. That word of provocateur China Sanwo-Olu use, which China Sanwo-Olu is the head of the agent of provocateur himself. That is what he does better.
Yeah, you know, Mazi, when all those things, I told you sometimes I'm so surprised. I'm very, honestly speaking, if in our own little Biafra, they will allow these people to blackmail, to say lie, do you believe that they were saying on our little Biafra that the court cannot wait on UK? Wasn't court? They say it's a kind of a church or something like that. Do you know? And Mazi Aloze was there listening to them.
Well, Mazi, how do you so listen to me. Who are these people talking? What do you ask yourself? Who are they? There's one time say he's gathering evidence against Simon Ekpa that the whole country is signing. Where is he today with it? What did he do with it? There was a time that we are saying that we were sending email. Where is he and with email?
No, Maz, listen, if they were in their personal platform saying all this, okay, I wouldn't bother, but not in our own little Biafra. You are there castigating a member of DOS.
No, Mazi.
You are there castigating our leader's order. You are there lying, blackmailing that the court they went on UK wasn't a court.
Court. UK paper carried. UK paper
carried everything.
That is the level. Are you talking to people who does one of them say he think that in London is United Kingdom? These are daft.
You see, I'm not referring to them, but I'm referring to that man that anchored that program.
No, it's not the man. Mazi, it's not the man. It's not him. Mazi, listen to me. This is a cabal. It is not him.
Yes.
Mazi Alozie, these are veterans, including I respect them. But if they allow themselves to be used, that's entirely their business. To be honest with you. But like I said, if he said anything, probably they won't give them airtime. Maybe they still want to work for. I don't know. But Mazi, to be honest with you, those people are veterans.
Yeah. So Mazi, I want to pass this. I want to use 2 minutes because we are running out of time now.
Okay.
I want to use 5 minutes to pass this message to Mazi Ikechukwu Ezumezu. Ikechukwu, as I said before, South Africa, Cape Town is no-go area for you and for your boys. Victoria is no-go area with your cabal, unless you accept the code of conduct and the structure of IPOB. They will welcome you. And also tell your boy in South Africa, that woman is castigating Ada Zion. That woman, Biafrans respect her a lot. IPOB respect her a lot. That woman have put a lot of energy, money. The family, her family have committed in this Biafra struggle. They call her Ada Zion. Tell your boy in South Africa, to respect himself. To respect himself before it's too late for him. So the woman Ada Zion is an IPOB member since 2013. All the placards that we're using in protest, that woman made it by herself. You can see the energy and everything. And you allow your boy to castigate, to blackmail a married woman. Caution your boy in South Africa. And again, tell your boy again, Iron Nachi, that Victoria, if he want to contact Victoria, he should call the coordinator. Call the coordinator, let them have conversation. We repeat, code of conduct must be respected. our leaders' order must obey and implement. The money, our money must go to Germany. Our monthly dues must go to Germany, where our leaders say it will go. This is my message to you. Thank you. Maz, let me use this 1 minute again. Maz, do you know this? I will call our sister now. You know, Achalugu. I'm sorry to mention his name here. After my post to Chinasa Nwolu, she came on my post, on my space, on my little space. You know, it's our sister. But I'm on here. Whoa. You know, I have rules in my little space. When you insult, I block you. So I told her no. Then she thought I block her. She went on a program. Oh, Ezumezu Ikechukwu Ezumezu, this and this even insulted my mother, my father. Now, nne m Ojiefi biko gbaghara akwa na-ada anyị nwaanyị ọmụrụ m eme ojiri anyị eme nna m ose Ezumezu gbaghara ya ndị ọ na-akpụ ihe elike ọmụrụ m eme so anyị amara na agụmaghị etinye ya n'ekpere ka a napụta ya ada anyị nwaanyị ka ọ bụ mụ na ya ma mgbasa ga ha ka meje gbakọ nwaanyị akịma gbasa ga nwoke ọrụ nwaanyị ka meje gbasa ga nne udo dịrị gị ya Chineke gọzie egwu ọ dị chat card million warrior ka bụ akpara afa ebe na-enye the chat card so Maz, that is my message I want to pass to her.
Next program only thing you can marry bụ tinyere the video ebe akpọrọ ya ka ire 4,000 as the church card media warrior. But the point is that I don't mean Kumaka people like her because see when people are ungrateful, the one thing that's what I said, IPOB volunteer thing. Whenever you start giving people money to induce them, the volunteer in IPOB has gone. That's what is happening. That's why we're having this problem now. This monetary issue is because now Chikedozie man is gang and looking for where to get money to be able to be keeping this man, because they started with, oh, don't send ESN money when we need money. Now they went into the heart of IPO, which is our defense fund, which is our monthly due. It just sponsor, including that lady in question. I remember when Mazi Ikechukwu is a good man. And Mazi Ikechukwu, I don't listen to these people. Why would I listen to your program? But since if I have not listened to you for the past almost 8 months, what are these people who are supposed to sit down and listen to? What are they talking about? I don't listen to people. I have never for one day listened to anybody except Mazi Ikechukwu. I don't have the time. That's fact of life. Because can argue 10 times. If I would debate, I would debate. If you have that knowledge, you can come out and challenge me. We'll open debate. After debate, so my point is that this would lady came out and said that common 100,000 Mazi gave her money when her father passed away. I remember one time, because that time sometimes when we do program, I will come across it. You will cussing somebody out that he didn't do anything. People give me money, but he called the amount of money Mazi gave to her. Did you have this money? He didn't have it, but Mazi gave you whooping 100,000 naira.
Then
listen to me. I'm just saying, I don't want to talk about people like her, but I'm just giving instances. These are mad, hungry dogs. These are wretched to the wretched. Lower to the lowest. Oh yeah, they mention your name 4,000 naira the charge card. Mazi, don't just ignore her. Since for me, all these people are irrelevant. You know,
yeah,
irrelevant.
I don't know her. She don't know me. You know, so
I want to read one thing here. That's why I'm word here. I'm asking Biafrans, go and ponder. I will pray the voice where when you say whatever the US said is final. Don't get that voice twisted. But what Mazi Ikechukwu said. But Ejiofor have just told you that the enemy of Biafra is those that are not implementing what Onyendu wants. It doesn't matter your position in IPOB. Now, I will read here in our code of conduct. This subsection, A, appointment and dismissal. The power to appoint, suspend, or dismissal, airing principal officers, first exclusively on the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB in bracket, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, except, underline the word except, and to the extent he clearly and expressly delegates the power to any other principal officer. So Onyendu can withdraw whatever power he delegates to Chike Doziem at any time he wants. And automatically, whenever Chike Doziem could not apply whatever Onyendu said, that power has been withdrawn from Chike Doziem. Chike Doziem is quite irrelevant. Some of you, are you doing IPOB or something else? When I turn to go IPOB, try to meet no one or they like it. That's not IPOB. Now, come down to this, to the V. He said all position, with the exception of the office of the leader of IPOB, are held on probational basics. Probation, I mean temporarily. So Chike Doziem is nobody to me, since he can disobey Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the position he held is temporary. Onyendu can withdraw. I remember when I will say this here. You know, somebody like me, I don't talk anyhow. When we started seeing these things happening, you see this Mazi Ikechukwu that all of them attacked. Mazi Ikechukwu was exempted because truth will always win. They ridicule themselves. Now they mention Ezimo, Darlington Imo, which is the man Ledo Biafra was situated, which BBC, when I interviewed him in London here, for some reason, that man have a hatred from Uchemofo. I don't know for reason why. Maybe he saw what we didn't saw Uchemofo, but that's their personal problem. We hold our letter, I won't bring it. Sometimes they come to meeting, letter will be up to this way. They says Mazi Ikechukwu. Chida Sanwo who knows that. Oh, I thought Chida Sanwo is the king of, provocateur, according to him. He was aware that it is not, but they ganged up in the media warrior to attack Mazi Ikechukwu. I came on that program, I told that idiot, do not propagate falsehood against Mazi Ikechukwu. When I called, they talk, oh George, you may call her. Am I your lane?
No, Mazi, I think it's better. It's better we start calling them Kaba media mouthpiece than IPOB media warrior. You know?
No, not media warrior. I said recharge card media warrior. I never called IPOB media warrior. I said recharge card media warrior. I never mentioned IPOB media. I said recharge card media warrior. Lowest of the lowest. So now, my brother, that thing backfired on them. Later, they started calling the man's name that is the guy that we are the person, receiving letter for IPOB. SAG, I remember the day I told SAG about the issue, what I'm sensing. SAG says, no, George, don't go there, don't go there. Chike Doziem think is untouchable. But Chike Doziem will be shocked. It will be shocked. One morning, woke up one morning. They will gossip. See all the things they are doing, they will get tired. Like Chida Sanwo, he will drink. Now you jack here. And Donna, you live in the desert. Probably he will start walking to go back as he walk there. Well, he won't get to where he was coming from. That's all I have to tell them. That in the wishing our leader, all of them will have it one after another. Mazi is no longer a joke. So the reason why I read this thing here, for those that when they say whatever DOH said, yes, Onyendu said it. Onyendu told us about Uchemofo on 2015. And when he said that they are talking on radio, have you forgotten that Chike Doziem was there when that idiot that was traveling to abroad on road that ended up in Senegambia and went back? We are maligning Madam Nenya on radio on BTV. All the same thing, all the same cabal. They know what they are doing. So he must be. Watch all of them that some people I was expecting before. Once all of them, because some of them are in BTV, some of them I don't know what they're getting. Maybe that they're getting money from them. I don't know. So for me, Mazi, let us call a spade a spade. All these riffraffs calling themselves how media who made you IPOB media warrior or media team? None. These are gang of criminals. that have gathered themselves and want to suffocate IPOB. But one thing is here is that we are here. Anytime they will retreat a step so fast we leave. And truth must surely win because they will continue to make mistakes. Agent of provocateur, China Sanwo is the king of agent of provocateur because people must point out what has happened. We'll pick up our reference point from there. So Mazi, all I want to do is that I just want to play this particular voice of what the DOS says is final. And then now I will play the voice of Onyendu for people to listen. That Mazi Nandekano is actually a man that sees tomorrow because whatever Onyendu have said, only thing that has not come, Onyendu say, Biafra will be the last miracle. And that is why it's in DSS dungeon. Because you know Biafra will come in our lifetime. Then let's listen to this because I think we have taken a lot of time.
I will then believe that the zoo has brought you over and you'll be dealt. Anybody not following anything that DOS says goes. Anybody not following orders from Chike, Dosiem, from DOS, you will be removed from IPOB and sanctioned appropriately. You know, before we remove you without knowing where you are, this time around we will catch you before we remove you. Anything DOS says is what goes. Nzurumike is heading our reconciliation committee. If he calls you on the phone, you must listen to him and do as he says. He is our deputy head of Directorate of State, led by Mazi Chike, Dosiem. They are the highest decision-making body in IPOB. If that thing is difficult, then now refer it to me. Do you understand? Anything, if they call you on the phone, you don't return their call or you're doing strong head, I will then believe that the zoo has brought you over and you'll be dealt with. Edo State, be warned. No dabbling in volunteer affairs or ESN affairs in Edo State. ESN is in Edo State for your information. And very soon work will commence there immensely. Work will commence. Edo State comes under Ikechukwu as Biafran coordinator. We run a disciplined movement more than anything. We value discipline more than anything else in the world. In IPO, that's the only thing we have. That we are able to defeat the zoo and destroy the zoo is hinged on one thing, and that is discipline. If you know you cannot work for IPOB, get out and join the Sabo. One day your judgment will come. We'll find out those hiding in Cotonou, those are hiding somewhere near near Swamp. In River State, will find all of you. In Igbo, not in Igbo. I say River State because it comprises upland and coastal region. We'll find all of you. In Banke, they still have a police checkpoint. Okay. Don't worry. You'll hear the news very, very soon. You will hear it. I said no police checkpoint in Biafra land. I said no police checkpoint. I said there was in a Banke. Go and tell them. I said. No, if your brother, your uncle, your sister, your cousin is there, tell the idiot to get away and dismantle that checkpoint or else they will die. No state coordinator is allowed. No state coordinator is allowed to contact the state commander no matter what. And as a commander, if you're removed, you step aside, how others will do the job. We don't want a type of Biafra that will be like the zoo. If you lose election, you rig it and you remain in power. When the age of retirement is 65, at the age of 85, you're still in power, that rubbish will not obtain. We are not like any other stupid of black people from Africa. We are Biafrans. You must understand that. And follow orders accordingly. My instructions to this global family is this. We have the DOS, we have the finance department, we have the legal department, we have the medical. Anybody who is appointed into office, if you fail to obey your superior officer, you will be dismissed live on air. I will dismiss you myself. And as I said, as I'm dismissing you, men are on the ground to apprehend you. You must obey. Anybody not following.
You had what Onyendu said here. He mentioned the body we have in IPOB, yeah, and legal team. Who is heading the legal team? Did he mention who is heading the legal team? He didn't mention. But he told you how many body we have within within the DOS itself, right? And who is leading them? When did not say that Chikeredoziem is leading the finance, he never said that. He never said he didn't the legal team, he never said that. The reason why I'm playing this for Biafran to understand, because a lot of people are quoting this particular audio all the time, thinking that because Onyendi said so. No. Who is DOS? I want you to answer that question. When you answer that question, then your brain will be resetting back. And Mazi, this is what I will leave you with. And I thank you for having me tonight. And I thank everybody.
No, Mazi, please. Only really important now. For now. Can I use 2 minutes or 2 weeks? What important now? And come for there. Mazi for there. I, Mrs. Nnenyanya, was already a member of DOS when these people now in DOS were coordinators. Now everybody is insulting Madam Nnenyanya. Time will tell.
Mazi, Mazi, 1 second. This is what I'm going to justify that with now. Listen carefully. Just listen to this.
Nnenyanya is our overall finance officer, IPOB worldwide. And she is a woman of immense integrity and substance. One of the pioneer contributors to Radio Biafra and IPOB before a lot of people came along. Anything she tells me, I believe, is gospel. And everything is properly documented.
I had a way we see here. Madam Nnenyanya, I don't know her in person. I don't need to know her in person before I fall into the chain command of IPOB. I want to introduce her in person. I don't have no personal relationship with anybody. All I know is that IPOB have a structure, and that structure is what I will respect. The same way I behave is the same way I behave at work. People that knows me know me. In my lifetime, this is George Umeh for you. You see, the reason why I don't want to, because Madam Nnenyanya Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, anybody pull they quote you about Onyendu say whatever Chikeredoziem said stand, but they don't quote this. That's why I know the substitute have come in. Agents of provocateur. Because he can't, nobody knows him. Those that knows him, his identity is being questioned. That's why he's an imposter. He must keep himself where Onyendu kept you. Chikeredoziem, even when the same Ejimako came out and said that Onyendu, remember, every important message he passed through Onyendu to Ejimako. Why did the Ejiofor say that Onyendu said, mention Caroline, Kanu Takano, and Madam Nnenyanya are not involved with those that sold Onyendu? I told people, Onyendu doesn't care about who sold him. Because Yahweh Yeshua knew that it was going to be handed over. It was something that mandated from heaven. I don't pray for our leader safety. I told you someone that called me last night. I said, don't worry about Onyendu. So my point is that what she just said here, Madam Nnenyanya is not trying to entice anybody. This is a fact of life. And the record, listen to me. I will take you back to our defense fund. If he said everything is well documented, anything she told him is a gospel. End of discussion. Nobody more. Like Chikeredoziem was a remnant of 2015. Yeah, but providence that brought him. And that's why you see pretenders. You see anybody they pretend. That's why my wife was saying the only time you know who is loyal to you is when you're not there. I remember Charles Rabbi saying, "Oh, anything Onyendu said to you never say no to Onyendu because he can't say no to Onyendu. He cannot do it. Nobody says no to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All of them are, that's why they're taking shot at our leader now. None of them can say no. Onyendu's structure, they cannot say no. Even is enacted in our code of conduct, in our oath, his name he took oath with. So who the heck are you? But Nnenyanya is not in the same rank with all these big frows. Not because she wrote this, but that's why I play that voice. So it's not that she's coming here to write. No, this is fact.
Mazi, can I play? Can I get one can?
Officer, Miss
contact with you, you must please be able to oblige her and do as you're told. Or if you get a call, it's when you say, every time you get a call from our sister Nana, then you know you're in very serious trouble, you have done something wrong. Please make sure that our accounting and our audit is up to date. I do not understand the reluctance of some individuals in the US to release the money that people have contributed to DSN. I don't understand the reason why you're holding it. I don't know what for. Please, that was why we left those criminals with money in Georgia and they stole it. Trying to be clever by half, or let's say too clever by half, like the Fran will always do. The two criminals living in Atlanta, Georgia, collected our money. No Kempo and the Zumba. Two criminals. 2 roads from there, stole our money. I have all the records, and they must understand that. And I have maintained that any account that we have that Mayana cannot see, I do not trust every account. As long as she doesn't see it, I will not trust. And very, very soon, I will shut down every account that Mayana cannot see.
Mazi, you see that particular broadcast? Onyendu was referring to 747,000 Madameze and Chikedoziem then shared. That was the account Onyendu was referring before he was rendition. That broadcast was one of the broadcasts he did before he was rendition. It's one of the last broadcasts, maybe one of, I think, second to the last or third to the last before he was rendition. He was referring to Riteze. It's not hearsay. I have a confidential telling me amount and what Riteze said. It's not that some of these people think maybe in a George Umeh, they don't know that so many things that happen, I know. But I act like, I just left everybody to be thinking that everything that we are just there. We don't know what's happening. We don't come out and run our mouth because we are under oath. But what Madam Nene say here is gospel. Just like Onyeni said, she's a woman of integrity. Anything she tells her is a gospel. It's not me. It's my Lord and Savior said it. So who am I?
Maz, let me use this 30 seconds to pass message to this. Although they are not worthy to be talking to, but let me tell them something. I hope you people are seeing what Madam Nenaya looks. That means she is the oldest member of DOS. As of today, she is the oldest member. And you people are asking Chikedoziem to expel her.
What is he waiting for?
Madam Nenianya goes nowhere. Period. Period. And remember, the message I passed to Chikedoziem, one of my broadcasts, if Chikedoziem go ahead and call Canon Takano on Radio Biafra, he will not stop Canon Takano what he's doing. But mark my word today again, Chikedoziem name will be also announced on Radio Biafra and expect. Toles Lumike, Osnaban, Chinasa Nwolu, all these cabals, their name was also announced on Radio Biafra. More ways goes in the Odun Kasi, Kaitlunaka, Mas very Choliku, Kaibasa.
Mazi Ikechukwu Ezumezu, he opened his mouth that he cannot do it. He doesn't have the power to remove Madam Nenianya. That is the only thing now. These riffraffs now around about. As have some of them said it, if they don't remove, some of them have even threatening them. They must remove Canon Takano and Madam Nenianya, and we are still waiting. We are still waiting for them to remove them. So Mazi, I wrap up. We'll come back on Saturday, but I want to Mazi. Like I said, I thank every Biafran and Mazi. Thank you for having me. Well, I will leave you with this voice and you wrap up your program. Thank you very much and good night from here.
Yeah.
There's a content you're gonna pray, so allow it to God.
Weak. I don't know how we can take such people to war. I don't know how we can take men who are not men into battle and win. I am ashamed. Very, very ashamed. Nonetheless, we must preach this very gospel because man did not ask us to come. Chukwu Abiyama in heaven mandated that we should come. If not, that I was called to do this very work, I will not speak to any of you anymore. But Chukwu Abiyama said this very gospel must be preached, and we must preach it. I have prayed since yesterday up until now. My request is very simple. The same prayer I made in secret, I will make out here in the open. Chukwu Abiyama biko. Since it is your intention that your kingdom will be restored upon this very earth, I need men. I need men. I did not say boys. I said I need men. Those of them that you created to restore your kingdom, they should come forward now, not tomorrow, not next year. Chukwu Abiyama. You must bring them now. I did not say tomorrow. Because the insult is too much. It is beyond what any human being can endure. We want to go and get Biafra, or we die in the process, because we are better off dead than witness some of this nonsense going on. The level of insult is beyond what any decent human being can tolerate. I was an Achinama. They bring their cattle into our land. They desecrate our land. They kill us in the presence of our families, and nobody does anything about it. And when the police attend, the police sit idly by as people are being killed by not a multitude of people. Only 4. Only 4 Awasa people can sack an entire village in Biafra land, and we call ourselves men. No, we are not men until we redeem our honor. Until we look at integrity and say we must have a part of it. Until then, to be honest with you. This is Radio Biafra. Now is the time to come forward. I did not say tomorrow. Now, tonight, is the time to come forward. 100 of us, and then we march. 100 and we march. The rest can come later if they want to. Our people are lame. They are weak. I am struggling to count how many men there are in Biafra land. There are no more men left. Weak.
Yeah. For those of you that went to Radio Biafra for calling for Madam Nyanya remover, listen to what Ikechukwu said.
You can hear him, right? Yes. Okay.
Okay, and I was saying that I thank Sister that just spoke, especially again because at the last conclusion of her statement, said all. She said it all because she said, I'm the second in command. I'm the second in command. The first in command is there. I cannot honestly be expected to take over the work of the first command. The first command is reachable. He is still in charge. And that is what I have been trying to let our people know. That is also what the enemy wants us to do. They want us to isolate our leader. Isolate him in the sense that believing that he's not in control. Oyendu is in control, and that is what we must push across. I am second in command. When there are issues that I can deal with immediately and deal with as second in command that does not need the input of Oyendu, I deal with them. Because I know he has taught me how to deal with those issues. But if there are so weighty issues that we need the first in command to make an input, I will act according to his instructions. And as I'm speaking to you, Oyendu is seized of the allegations about his head of finance. I know the instructions as he told me to carry out based on that. He has not asked me to remove anybody. And I cannot remove anybody because People are going around saying, I said it on my broadcast. And I'm very disappointed. If you go around, you're talking about what is it called? Autopilot. What is the meaning of autopilot? Autopilot when the leader is there. Are we deliberately trying to isolate him? That now we are running autopilot. No, there is a vacuum of leadership. I said it on my, because that is what they want us to do. We must put it all the time that the Onyendu is in charge. That is what scares the enemy. If we reduce his authority, we are putting him in danger. And I cannot be part of that. So until he tells me in that very serious allegation, very serious matter, that he appointed the head of finance and taking into account that these allegations have been there before he got this issue that he has now. He was really aware of it. He hasn't acted on them. And up till now, he hasn't asked me to act on it. I don't think it's reasonable for me to act without his authority. I can't do that. That is why I'm a very, very simple, obedient follower. That is how it is. I know where my responsibility lie. I know where my duties lie. I know where I am expected to act. And in those areas, be rest assured that I will act. Where the input of Onyendu is needed, I will wait for his input before I act. We are here also, we may disagree on that, but that is my outlook of this whole situation. I have been in this movement, Chukwu knows, for as long as I can remember. And I took oath to protect it, and I took oath to be loyal to Onyendu Mazi. And so I will remain in that line. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
So, those that are calling for Madam Nenyanya suspension, I hope you have heard from Chike Doziem what he said. He cannot remove her. That Onyendu have not instructed him to do so. So you can cry from morning to night. You can mount your pleasure from January to December. It's nothing. Madam Nenyanya is there and will remain there. Thank you, Biafrans.
obodo oyibo obi ego anyị eji mmiri gbeti gaya ya eji mmiri gbeti odumaka mụ jeti mmụọ odumaka mụ jeti mmụọ odumaka mma wego ifo na mma wolu mmiri dodo osetie mmiri dodo mmiri dodo mmiri dodo mmiri dodo mmiri dodo mmiri dodo Love Africa, mama. Mama, Ikechukwu nyele mụ mmadụ akụghị na mịa ihe mbụ na-eme na adakụ nwanne otile adakụ nwanne ahụtaba achaba agaghị m aba n'ụlọ onye kpọrọ masị a na-akpọ m onye iberibe kpọọ m onye ọṅụ mmanya apụrụ m ka m were ka m sụgo onwe m arakọna mụ na fara arakọna mụ na fara ojú kẹmẹ njọ arakọna mụ na fara.
Yeah, my wonderful people of Biafra, thank you so much. From me, from here, good night.